Salutations, my stars. Okay, so today, first, I want to talk to y'all about, I don't know, maybe this is just a teacher-esque field. It could be in any job field, but I want to know what y'all's thoughts on this is, right? Because this has been something that's been happening to me lately. So, for me, makes me anxious when I have to step out of my classroom and into somebody else's classroom to help them with their students, right? Now, there's nothing wrong with it, but I always feel that everybody's classroom is their own world, right? So when I go into somebody else's world, I kind of like try to stay back as much as I can because I don't want to rock the boat, right? I don't know what your teaching styles are, what your teaching methods are. So I kind of basically do the bare minimum that myself is, right? I kind of tone it down a lot more because I know that I'm a lot. And when I go into a classroom, all the students, hey miss, hey, how are you, right? And it can disturb the class. So I try to, hey everybody, stay down, listen to the teacher, what they're saying, whatever, right? So that's been happening to me lately where the school just needs a little extra help. So whenever I can go and pop by and help the teachers out. And every time that I do that, I try to stay back. And I'm like, oh, I don't want to rock the boat. I don't want the students to think, I don't want to have to be too firm or not as firm as whatever the case is, right? And I'm like, oh, especially if they have a substitute in there, I'm just gonna, follow their direction, whatever they're doing. I'm gonna try to just be on that speed level. And I'll go in there. And these substitutes don't play, y'all. I don't know what it is. I don't know, it's because both of them are older than I am. So I don't know if that's a generational thing as well. But I will tell you, I went in there, one of these older substitutes. I'm sitting back. I'm like, oh, hey, let me help you do this. Let me help you do that. All you hear from the teacher's desk, the substitute, hey, sit down and read a book now. I'm like, oh. And I got dyslexia, so I don't even know what I'm reading, but it's go get read. I'll tell you that much. You ain't about to get me in trouble. Little Timmy coming over to here to me, looking at me in the eyes with tears, and I'm like, you ain't about to get me in trouble. You might want to go read that book, because this Miss A book right here, you ain't taking mine for me to get yelled at. I sat down immediately. And I just thought that was hilarious, right? Because I was like, in my head, I'm thinking about all of the things, all of the ways that things could go wrong if I'm in somebody else's, space. I want to make sure that I'm being comfortable or that they're comfortable knowing that I'm in their space. I don't want to rock the boat. And that moment is always funny, right? And then today, something similar happened again. Now the teacher is in the class, but because the classroom is so large, since there's so many students in there, most of the time she has somebody helping her at certain parts of the day. And this substitute that was here helping had a very similar vibe. Right now, I've spoken with this substitute before, and she's great. And so I was walking in, and I was walking back out after I asked the teacher for something. And all you hear the sub as I'm, getting ready to close the door, don't you do that. Sit down somewhere. And I was like, oh, she's Southern. She from somewhere. She from somewhere. We don't mess with her around here. But I was happy I wasn't in the room at that time. I was like, you know what? I think this is just a substitute thing. I don't know. But you know what? I want to thank all of my strict people out there who work in any type of child-related form or fashion, right? Because I know me, I am a pushover when it comes to kids, especially me working in a tier 1 school. These students especially need a little extra love and help and care, right? But that's how I feel about all babies. That's just how I am. I can't help it. I'm a pushover and they know it. They ask me for candy and I'm like, if I got it, it's yours now. You know what I mean? That's just how I am. That's always been who I am. However, that also means when I have to say no, they kind of look at me like, okay, miss, that's the kind of vibe that I give off. And I have to learn to be a little bit more strict, but not with these strict substitutes, not with these strict people, these individuals that come in here. They said, act. I told you to sit down. And what did them kids do? They sit on down. Now, I had to tell them 3 times to sit down. Now, they sat down for the most part, but it was still them little 2, 3 who have to be like, nah, I didn't told you. Come on, you know the rules. Sing the rules. Sit down somewhere. You know? But, okay, I'm sorry. I'm vlogging now. I just wanted y'all to know. I want to say thank you to all of those strict subs out there, those strict teachers that know to still be nice and kind and friendly, but know what time it is, and when them students need to listen, you sure know how to put them in their place. And I love that for y'all, and I wish that I had a little bit more backbone, and I'm learning. I'm a girl, I'm gonna get it, but just thank you for all that you do. Goodbye, everybody.
I hope you enjoyed the video, and as always, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Goodbye, my stars.